Welcome to Who the F***, the show that aims to take a deep dive into some of the acts and acts of Reading Leeds 2019. In today's episode we'll be looking at Stefflon Don. She's a female rapper and singer from London / the Netherlands / Birmingham. Set to play at Reading on the 24th, which I think is the Saturday. Therefore I think Leeds on the Sunday. I could be wrong, I still haven't figured out these dates. If you've never heard of her before, hopefully this video will help answer the question, who the f*** is Stefflon Don?
I heard you got a new girlfriend, and it's hurting me. I heard you got a new girlfriend.
Stefflon Don, known to her mother as Stephanie Victoria Allen, was born in Birmingham, raised in Holland, and kind of was a teenager in London. She's a rapper and singer, inspired quite heavily by Caribbean music, but also there's this kind of New York hip-hop and London grime influence that I hear significantly in her music. For me, she sounds like a great mix of those great Caribbean artists like Sean Paul and Beanie Man, but then it would happily sit quite comfortably alongside the likes of some of the America's greatest female rappers. People like Nicki Minaj. Missy Elliott.
Y'all can stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds.
Remy Ma.
With the gold chains, Himalayan Birkin, cocaine lit it up.
Lil' Kim.
Young bitch from the street, guaranteed to stay down. Used to bring work out of town on Greyhound, now I'm Billboard bound.
But there's this distinctive London influence which sets her apart from all those other people. Minus the fact that she actually has London in her title, she oozes London. Her most popular song is a song called Hurting Me, featuring French Montana.
I heard you got a new girlfriend.
Reaching 113 million plays on YouTube, and also reached platinum status in the UK. Although her feature on the track Calypso has the most plays on YouTube with 253 million hits. And her collaboration with Jax Jones and Demi Lovato, I think the song's called Instruction,
And to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high.
has achieved 94 million hits. And went gold in the UK, Brazil, Germany and Italy. So she has this real kind of poppy sound to her, but also has this real, incredibly energetic underbelly about her. Something that reminds you quite a lot of what Nicki Minaj manages to do. She can belt out these pop sensations and then make the grimiest underground record in the entire world, which is something that always keeps me interested. The song, I think it's called Ding-a-Ling with Skepta, is a particularly nasty sounding record.
I don't know if you know who the fuck I am, but somebody best tell him who the fuck I am. She's Stefflon Don, 5'5".
She's clearly someone who's destined for great things, a true superstar in the making. And all of this with no albums out. She's had a couple of mixtapes, but no albums. Although I feel that one will be due out in the next few months, probably in time for festival season, would make a lot of sense. She was featured as part of the BBC Sound in 2017 and was also the first Up Next artist in January of 2018 on Apple Music. And the word on the street is when she signed her record deal, it was for 7 figures. That's something that doesn't happen anymore. That's Robbie Williams level status. Which stage will she play on? This one's a bit of a hard one for me. I think that she's probably too big to play the one extra stage, would be my guess. She was the last person to feature on the NME, so she gets a lot of backing from Radio 1. So she could quite comfortably play the Radio 1 stage. I think she's probably too big for the one extra stage, although kind of her urban sound would work with that stage. But I wouldn't be surprised if she was on the main stage either. There's certainly a couple of other pop stars that are around this year, so I wouldn't put it past them to put her on the main stage. Especially in like a kind of Dua Lipa kind of way. There's no doubt that she's an unstoppable force. She's someone who reminds me quite heavily of a lot of the best female rappers in the world. Her flow is great, her attitude is brilliant. But apart from that, she still sounds, in her interviews, there's a great interview you can listen to with her and Jessie Ware on her podcast, and the interview she did with Apple Music and Julia Adenuga, she just comes across as a really humble, lovely human, which I think makes such a difference when it comes to music. I've really enjoyed researching her. She's someone that I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to, but finding out more about her music and her approach to creating it, her love of her family, she just seems like an all-around positive person. There's certainly a couple of records that I really like from her. but her music really isn't kind of my cup of tea. It probably wouldn't fit into my Reading weekend. Certainly I would struggle to convince my Reading crew to come along with me to see her set. But, you know, if it's on and I'm walking past, I'd definitely dip in and have a look. So I'm going to give her a 5 out of 10. I'm really interested to see what this year looks like for her and where her music takes her. I think she really is destined for huge things, so it'd be really interesting to see where that goes. What about yourself? Are you going to go see Stefflon Don? Is she someone that you're excited to see this year? Or are you kind of shocked and not a fan of that? Let us know in the comment section below as always. I always love to hear what you have to say. I think she's a really unique person, and I think she will be really, really huge. But it's still it's a bit of a stranger for Reading. But I don't know, is it? I don't know. We're counting down. We've only got 3 more artists left now. Hopefully we get some more names soon. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, bye.
45, Mr. No